Good afternoon, Morgan State University. My name is Jai Horsey, and I'm a Fall 17 initiate of the Beta Alpha chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, presenting to you A Burden to Bear. I would first love to give a special shout out to Brother Micah Igifame for creating this initiative a couple of years back. Basically, what we as the brothers like to do is present multiple issues that are occurring within our community, nationally and even internationally, and seek out the opinions of those of Morgan students. And on today's first episode, we would like to talk about the documentary Surviving R. Kelly, and then also sexual assault on Morgan's campus as it is today. First off, we'd like to thank you for your time. As you know, on this episode of A Burden to Bear, we're speaking on Surviving R. Kelly and also sexual assault on Morgan's campus. So have you seen Surviving R. Kelly, and what do you think of it?
Yes, I have seen Surviving R. Kelly, and I thought about the documentary is that I thought it was very eye-opening, but it also is what's more so surprising is the fact that it was swept under the rug for so long, and that we knew a lot of the stuff that he was doing, but we didn't know the extent of everything.
So have you actually seen the documentary?
Actually, I have, yeah.
All right, and what were your thoughts on it?
For the most part, by the time I got through the end of the docuseries, I was like, man, this dude is sick. He definitely needs to be held accountable for his actions, and personally, I prefer if he was in jail for the rest of his life.
I think that they were very disturbing.
I did not see the documentary, but I heard a whole lot about it with the media, like Twitter and everybody being alert to it. Right. And I was really disappointed, man. I mean, we all knew he was doing it, but it was just sad to hear the bitter truth of what was really going on. And I just feel like, we should really...
Well, although I haven't seen all 6 parts, I was able to watch quite a bit of it. And I think it's important not only to give a voice to the victims, but also to shed light on something that more oftentimes than not, a lot of people feel afraid to even talk about.
And the second question relates to how that ties into sexual assault on Morgan's campus. So as you know, there are a lot of cases that go unheard of. There are a lot of cases that do go unheard of. But it just seems like those numbers just continue to rise or plateau, and there's nothing being done about it. So what do you as a Morgan student think that we could do to lower these numbers, or just completely get to that point of eradicating sexual assault on this campus?
I think we need 2 things. So for one, as men, we need to hold our friends and fellow Morganites accountable for their actions, and, talk about some things that aren't necessarily talked about on a day-to-day basis. And for 2, we really need to start creating a safe haven for our women so that they can speak up when there are injustices around and when they are enduring these type of things on campus.
Well, I think it's important to do what brothers like yourself and the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated is doing, and that's creating an opportunity for people to have a voice. And also making sure that we change the things that we negatively see in our community. We as men need to take it upon ourselves to be not only the protector, the respecter, and defender of the women on this campus, but the women of the world. Amen. And any brother that we see doing the wrong thing, we need to step up. Because if we don't, then we're at fault just as they are. So I think that what we need to do is continuously support programs such as this, and take the time out to share our voice and ultimately share a solution on how we can change these things as men, as students, and as people.
I think the number one thing we can do is support victims when they tell their truth, as well as holding your friends and the people that you know who are doing these actions accountable, whether that is reporting or that's just talking to your friends before the act even happens. I think accountability is the biggest thing we can do as Bears on this campus.
Amen. Well, thank you for your time once again.
Thank you. All right, guys.
You got to save that. You have to save that. Well, you heard it here, folks, what a couple Morgan students had to say with regards to the documentary Surviving R. Kelly and also sexual assault on Morgan State's campus. Stay tuned to next week, where we have a special guest take you through Black history, seeing as though it is Black History Month. And once again, thank you for sharing episode 1 with us. This is Jai Horsey signing out.